Hey everybody, this is Second Chance Adventures, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about a certain topic. So, as the title reads, yes, I was bullied online recently. And I'd like to talk about that because it happens a lot, whether it's online, in a game, cyberbullying, or just, in person, or, just through another person. It happens. So, let me just kind of go back. I have been bullied a lot. Like, starting in second grade, I got bullied. And most of the time, it was because of my weight. Like, I've been fat pretty much my entire life. So, like, right at the end of first grade is when I started to become overweight. And, all the way from about second grade, the end of first grade, really, to about the end of eighth grade, I got bullied every single day at school. There were even times where people would get physical with me, like beat on me and throw me in the boys' bathroom and throwing food at me and pouring milk on my head or, just stupid stuff like that. Just idiotic and dumb. There's a few times where it was even videotaped. But that's just, that's in the past. It doesn't matter now. But, it's really just pathetic how I'm almost 30 years old and it's still a thing. Like, I haven't been bullied since the eighth grade. But, just looking back, it's like, I'm almost 30 and what? What's wrong with you, man? So here's what happened. So I game. I've been a gamer since the late 90s, since I could remember, like right when kindergarten, first grade started. And, back at the time, you weren't able to communicate, like, through the microphone with people. But, I play a lot of PlayStation 4, and recently I've been playing Friday the 13th online, and I stream it on YouTube. Well, before that, I was always on Red Dead Redemption 2 online on the PS4. I was in a posse, and, they were friends on my PlayStation account. I talked to them on Facebook through a certain group chat. Things were fine for about a couple months. This was like right before I had surgery, when we first met and started playing together. So that would be last year in November 2022. So we would play for a while. And then the next thing I know, all of a sudden, I wasn't being invited and I wasn't included when they would play. And when I would try to play, I just wouldn't be a part of it. And a lot of times I wouldn't really talk when I would be playing with them. But that's just because I just didn't have much to say. And I was just laughing at everything everybody else was saying. And I just thought, okay, I'm just going to be quiet and listen to it because it's funny, because they were funny. Well, then I started to figure out, okay, something has to be wrong here, because why all of a sudden? Why? Why? Something is up. So then I thought, maybe it's something I did. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something and maybe somebody took it the wrong way? I don't think I did, because I don't do that. But, I'm a human. I make errors too. So I kind of investigated a little bit. And then I figured out why. Now, I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say gamer tags. I'm not going to, because I don't do that. I'm better than that. Leave the little with the little, and I will stay up here. So let's just say the bully is going to be person B, because B is for bully, was talking a lot of trash about me. And it turns out, he stopped wanting to invite me to stuff and things like that and kicked me out of the group because he went on my Facebook and found like pictures of me in the past where I was a lot heavier. Obviously, that was before surgery. And was like, oh my gosh, this girl was huge. She's gross. She's nasty, And then, from person A, was just telling me things like, yeah, that's what he had said, and said, you're a cow and you're gross, and he's disgusted by women that are just not skinny. And it's like, but you knew in the beginning I was having weight loss surgery. What does that say? Skinny people don't have weight loss surgery. Models don't do that. Fat people do. Unhealthy people do. People with medical problems do. Like, did you not put that together? So the last time I played with person A, who wasn't the bully, I had already blocked person B, which was the bully, and somehow ended up in the game, but I couldn't see this person because he was blocked. And, he's like doing whatever he can to continuously, shoot me and kill me and set me on fire and things like that. And then I ended up overhearing a conversation on the microphone, talking about, why are you playing with her? Like, you should be playing with me and things like that. And me personally, that's person B bullying person A. So really, I don't play with person A anymore either. I mean, it's nothing personal, but if how I see it, and no disrespect at all, and this is just me being the bigger person, but if you are okay with another person bullying somebody that you're friends with, you are not that other person's friend. You're not. Basically, if person A is okay with person B bullying the other person, which is me, then that's not okay. I don't need to be associated with people who think it's okay to be a bully to somebody else. That's just not who I am. That's not cool. Even if I had a friend for 20 plus years and I found out they were bullying somebody, I would simply tell them, "You're going to quit and you're going to fix the problem, or we are no longer friends," because I am not friends with bullies. Okay, like I said in the beginning, I was bullied from like the end of first grade all the way to the eighth grade, from verbal abuse to sexual harassment, physical abuse. There were a lot of videos being taken of things like that. And usually at this point, people would say, "Oh my gosh, why didn't you ever tell the counselors?" Well, here's the thing, I constantly told the counselors for 6 plus years. Okay, nobody did anything. I told principals, counselors, I even had to go to therapy over stuff and just other stuff in the past. Um, Nobody does anything. So whenever I go to job orientation or I was ever in regular school or college, and whenever somebody brings up the topic of we don't tolerate harassment, we don't tolerate work bullying, yeah, okay, sure, right. And I'll actually be honest, one of my jobs, when I was younger, I worked there for about 5, 6 years. There was a guy there that was bullying female coworkers for like 3 straight years, and we were recording him. All of us were recording him, and we had hours of videos of stuff that he was doing, and we sent it to multiple managements over the years, multiple HRs. We even sent it to like the harassment hotline thing, and not one person did a thing. And it's like, I don't understand the justice system in this country when it comes to bullying and people messing with each other. If you have the proof, why are they still getting away with stuff? That's just something that I've never been able to figure out. It's not right. That's what makes me very different than most people. I have always told myself if I ever got to be in some kind of management or leadership role, or I'm a lead, or I'm something like that, I do mean it when I say I will not tolerate it. Like, I will lose sleep to make sure that I take care of that problem, because I know I've had so many years of bullying, and not just school or work. There were times in churches where I feel I was being, not, I wouldn't really say bullied, but made to feel unwelcome and not wanted and less than everybody else. So it just seems like no matter where I went, there was always somebody after me, against me, trying to put me down, trying to destroy me and make me feel like I wasn't worth being around or breathing air, you know. But going back to this online thing, so for those that I did play Red Dead Redemption 2 with online, that's why I haven't been online. And this happened earlier in February this month. But it just kind of took me a while because I wanted to think about what I was going to say before I made this video. Um, because I want this to be one of the topics we talk about. This is for another playlist that I'm going to be starting up today. Important topics. The first one is bullying, specifically online bullying. This happened on the PlayStation 4. These people are blocked. I have nothing to do with them anymore. That's just all I really wanted to say. Bullying is not okay. Bullying, even if you're with your friends or a sibling and you're just playing, sometimes, they say, "Oh, I know you're just joking," but sometimes it's when you do it too much or you overdo it that it goes to where it's not okay. There are some people that just continuously mess around and do it so much, so much, so much, and then they don't realize that they're actually bullying and don't even realize it. I mean, you have friends and siblings, cousins, whatever. Yeah, sure, we all mess with each other, but there are some people that, do take it personally, but they won't say it, and we really need to watch out for that. Again, bullying is not okay. Now if the person really does say, "Oh yeah, I know that they're just joking and we like to horse around," sure, whatever. Like my cousin Cilly and I, we crack on each other all the time. But we do know when we need to stop. We do know when it's too far, or we just, okay, that's enough. That's what people need to learn. Um, oh my gosh, I'm just now thinking, like, I'm just thinking about like all the years of like school bullying I went through. It's nuts. Like, you know what's crazy? There have been a few people from middle school and elementary school that have found me on Facebook and have wrote apologies to me, you know. And one of them told me, yeah, the reason why I did that to you all those years is because I was being bullied at home. I was being beat on and made to feel like I wasn't worth anything. And I was so angry, and you were just such an easy target, and I took it out on you. And it's like, okay, I can see that. I do. Still doesn't make it right because that person did have a choice to do other things to solve the problems. So it's still not okay. But as a bigger person, I do say that, okay, first of all, thank you for apologizing. That shows that you've grown up, you've matured, you've at least figured that part out. Now, how I saw it is like, is this also a way of saying I need help, or, you know, can you help me somehow? You know, and I take that positively. Like, okay, is there something else you might need? Because people who used to bully me all the time, yeah, in the past, you know, I hated them and stuff like that, but that's just a normal way for a kid to think in school. But as, you know, almost 30-year-old adult, if somebody was to come up and apologize for the things they had done to me, my first thought would be, okay, first, thank you. And two, is there something I can do for you to help you move on and get past it even farther? That's the way to think of it. Because most people who got bullied, they would come up and apologize and say, oh, well, that was a long time ago and you're still a piece of garbage and I still hate you. And it's like, okay, so you haven't grown. You know, now I will say that being bullied, yes, does affect people a lot, but it takes a lot to grow and move on from it. I do realize that. I do. Some people get bullied. Some people get bullied more than others. It's hard to let some things go sometimes. See, me, I let all of it go. I'm fine. I don't care. Like, if I was to see people that used to bully me in school, like at the Walmart or a store or a restaurant or something, I would just simply look at them and just, hey, and that's it. Just to show that, you know, I'm not that person anymore, to just run over. Um, the most bullying I ever experienced in my life was the 7th and 8th grade. Those were just horrible years. Those were hell for me at a certain school I went to. Like the trashiest school in the city with the lowest grades, the lowest succession of students. It's awful. And I ended up in that school. A lot of kids from mistreated houses went to that school. A lot of kids from broken families went to that school. A lot of kids in poverty. A lot of kids who were being sexually, physically, mentally, verbally abused went to that school. Lots of them. And wow, it was like hell pit in that school. But anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about bullying, and just to let everybody know, if anybody who used to bully me in school ever watches this video, just know that I forgive you for whatever you've done. You know, I hold no grudges against you, and I wish the very best for you. I hope that your life is happy. I hope that you have success. I hope that you have good luck in life, and I hope that you can just succeed and just achieve goals and dreams and anything you want to do. Anything that's going to do to make you happy and not bother people in society. I wish that for you. I do. Because if I was a bully and I grew up and figured it all out, I wouldn't want those people to hate me. I would say, look, I grew up. I'm sorry. I was a terrible person in school or work. I mean, I would at least like to make amends, if not be friends. That's what I would wish for, at least. But again, I just wanted to talk about bullying. That's why I don't play Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. I'm kind of turned off, and it's not the game at all, because I love that game. Of course, Red Dead 1's better in my opinion, because John Marston is so much better. I love you, John Marston. But I'm just kind of turned off from that. And I thought I would just make a video, because I did want to start a playlist about important topics to talk about. And the first one, bullying, specifically online bullying. It's not just for PlayStation, it's for social media, or just stuff like taking people's pictures and, you know, photoshopping them to make it look like something else, or sharing inappropriate pictures that you somehow got. You have to be very careful about things like that. Bullying is not okay. It is not okay. And if you know that somebody's being bullied, do what you can to stick up for them. Because if you don't, you're just as wrong and you are a bully too, because you're letting somebody else bully somebody and you are a bully too. There's a lot of people I remember at school that knew about it and watched them do it and watched them record it and watched them get physical with me and things like that, and just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, yeah, yeah, you're just as wrong, but I forgive you anyways. But that's all I have right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this inspired you to reach out to somebody that you know might be getting bullied or anything like that. And I hope you guys, just be good people. It's not hard, it's not rocket science to be a decent person. Just use common courtesy, use common sense, which is what this world really lacks. Just be very normal. Keep your voice level at normal. You don't need to fight everybody just because something doesn't go your way. You don't need to break people's stuff. You don't need to break private property or destroy a store because you're angry and stuff like that. That's bullying too. I see stuff like that all the time on social media where somebody's mad about their order or whatever, and they like destroy the front counter, or they're breaking stuff, throwing stuff, and they're trying to fight people and swearing every other word. You look so stupid doing that, guys. You look dumb. And I'm not perfect. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but you look stupid. Like, really dumb. You know, like if I was friends or had family members that did stuff like that, I would not want to be around them at all, whether it's public or not, because that's just embarrassing. It's stupid and it makes you look terrible. You know, it's not hard to be a decent person. We need to learn to leave each other alone and just shut up. If you don't have anything nice to say or do, don't do anything and just leave people alone, okay? It's not hard. Well, if you guys have any other topics you'd like me to go over, how I see it and how I think it needs to be changed, let me know and I'll look at it and give me a description of what you want me to go over, and I will do that for you guys. Until then, take care of you guys and take care of each other, because once our life is over, that's it. What are you going to have left to remember from other people? What are they going to remember when you're not here? Being a bully? Being mean? Don't do it. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. All right, take care.